I can feel my face when I'm with you. Right. I decided not to do a match reaction because I don't feel there was much to say for yesterday's match. In fact, starting this, I just want to give you guys a 3-minute match reaction of yesterday before actually getting the predicted 11, because I think an entire live stream dedicated to yesterday's match reaction would have been quite a waste of time, because all I need to say is that we absolutely dominated them from the start to the end, despite the fact they scored the leading goal. I think they scored the leading goal and they absolutely closed themselves down, and we dominated them from the very start. I can't understand people who actually thought Lecce was gonna get through. I think I've seen videos and clips of amazing triangulations which brought to Shomurodov's goal. Incredible triangulation between Zaniolo and Tammy when it brought to Tammy's goal, and then Kambula's goal was, people might say it was lucky, but it was definitely a good goal. It definitely boosted his morale. In fact, he got interviewed after the match and he said that this fact of Mourinho being as a manager of Roma has he's had very dark times over the course of this season. Bottle glint. But at the same time, he said that his confidence is growing, which is always good to know. And what Mourinho said is that now that we've got a few players out, believing in someone who's a young player who's growing more and more day by day is good, because it means that we've got an extra defender. So Kambula was amazing yesterday, I think. Tammy, man of the match for me. And Oliveira with a great depth. He is absolutely everywhere. He is literally everywhere. I mean, and everyone says Kante's is absolutely amazing because he runs everywhere. Look at Sergio Oliveira. But he's literally everywhere. The players know that they can rely on him. They always pass the ball again, on him. He always knows what to do with the ball, And this is something Cristante needs to learn, because at least Sergio Oliveira changes what he does with the ball. Cristante touches the ball, let's say 40 times a match, and for 40 times he does the same exact thing and never changes. So, I think Sergio Oliveira has a more variety of touches, a more variety of passes, and I think players like Cristante need to look ahead of them. But I think, a sentence to sum up the entire match yesterday was, we absolutely dominated them, even though they scored the leading goal. And second of all, what a beauty, our Uzbekistan hero. Because, yes, Elder Simps, he is your hero. Well, he's starting to be my hero as well. What do you think of a trio of Tammy, Elder, and Nicolo? Now, great, Shomurodov started a goal, but I don't want to see him starting anymore. And once again, I have nothing against it, He was great yesterday. He stepped in and he did what he had to do, but I would still not start him. I think in big matches he still lacks the experience. But especially matches like yesterday's, it was matches to grow. And he stepped on that match and responded present, which is definitely a very good signal to Mourinho. Something which Carles Perez absolutely flopped yesterday. And I seriously think Carles Perez is out of this project after yesterday's performance, because it was a chance and he absolutely bottled it. How's your exam? It was good. It was the easiest exam a human being could take. It's French. What do you expect? This is not a match reaction. This is a match preview, because yes, we played yesterday, and now on Sunday we're back playing a very important match. And I always say this because every match is important, which is definitely a message to every single player, but it's a very important match because it's a very tough match. And, unlike Lecce, which I think, I was not imagining in any moment of that match a Lecce going through to the next round, I can imagine Roma losing to Empoli on Sunday. I can actually see it happening, because it's a classic match where the players are tired. And I want every one of you guys to enter a meditation time lapse in your head. Okay? Follow these steps with me. Just imagine, now we are almost in February. It's the 21st of January. I want you to close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and just, flash back in time to October, November, where we were playing the Europa Conference League matches basically every Thursday. You know, deep breath. Imagine we're back there. Cold winter in Bulgaria, cold winter in Norway. You know, boom, boom. Imagine that. Close your eyes and imagine that. Every single time we played a Conference League match, and then we played in the Serie A a few days after that match, we looked absolutely dead. Absolutely dead. The match against Verona, which we lost, came after a Europa Conference League match. The match against Venezia, which we lost, came after a Conference League match. We have a bad record because the players are tired. And having started basically the starting 11 yesterday might have been a big hazard. I'm not blaming Mourinho, because at the end of the day it was good, because Lecce had shown themselves as a very dangerous threat. But at the same time, I would have definitely, preserved some energies at the start, and I would have definitely, for example, preserved Tammy. Now, this will have some effects. Don't you think this will not have any effects? Because this will have some effects, just like the Europa Conference League. The players are going to be tired. Because if we look at yesterday's starting 11, it was basically, it was the starting 11 players. They are going to be tired. There's going to be an extent to them in which they are going to be tired. And that is something we need to take in consideration. Empoli are the same, but they have, 1 day of extra preparation because they played on a Wednesday instead of a Thursday. Empoli is a very difficult match. Now, I'm not saying this because, fuck it, let's hope Roma wins. No, I'm saying this because Empoli have shown themselves as a very, very, very dangerous team. They were about to eliminate Inter Milan from a Coppa Italia, and then Inter Milan were extremely lucky to draw and go to extra time, and then they found a win. Empoli was 2-1 up against Inter Milan towards the 80th minute. Second of all, these guys beat Napoli 1-0 in Naples. Third of all, these guys drew against Lazio 3-3 at the Olimpico. This is a very tough match. And I can see Roma bottling this match. I'm going to be positive, and I don't want to think that. But, unlike me, yesterday, I never thought Lecce was going to get through. And it didn't end up being that way. I have a small feeling we could bottle this match. And it's extremely important not to bottle it. Because if we were to win this match, after defeats against Juventus, defeats against Milan, our hopes of the Champions League kind of faded away. They kind of, dropped. And what was going in our head is, right, new objective is, let's refresh the page, new objective is the Europa League. I don't want to say anything about the Champions League, but just to put it into perspective, if Roma win on Sunday, we go 38 points, which is 2 points from Juventus, 5th position, and 3 points from Atalanta, 4th position, which does have, 1 match less than us, but at the same time, things are very important if we win this match. European dreams could reappear. It's a bit too early to talk about that. What we need to focus on is beating Empoli, a team which is extremely hard to beat. Juventus, I've read the comments. Yes, they beat Juventus as well. They are a tough team. They're playing at home, and they can hurt us. We have to. It's important now, as you can see from my predicted 11, that some big players are back. In fact, let me bring us onto the predicted 11, because I think for this match we will play. Let's see. Yesterday Mourinho played with a. Let me check. Yesterday Mourinho played with a 4-3-3, which brought his negatives and brought his positives. But we were playing against Lecce. I don't think we'll play with a 4-3-3. I think we will play the same way we played as Cagliari, in the same scheme as Cagliari. I think we're going to play with a 4-2-3-1. My predicted 11 is this. Rui Patricio in goal, obviously, could not be him. Now, the big question is Maitland-Niles, because his performance yesterday was very poor. He got subbed off after 45 minutes. Vina wasn't playing yesterday, He stepped in and he gave a good boost. So you know what? I think Maitland-Niles will rest for this match, because I think it's such an important match, which I don't think the errors he committed yesterday, are needed. So I think Maitland-Niles will rest and he will definitely come in. And I'm gonna put Kors up on the right hand side, Mancini. This is interesting. Because obviously Smalling is back. So no, I'm not gonna play with I'm playing the same way as we played against Juventus, because at the end of the day, we played extremely well. We ended up losing, but we played well. So I'm going to play the same way as that match. And I'm going to play with a 4... I'm not too sure if to put 3 defenders at the back. Because you see, both Mancini, Ibanez and Smalling are back. So we could easily play with 3 at the back. But lately, Mourinho's definitely chosen to play with 4. They are Empoli. They're not, they're not Real Madrid. But, it could have or... Let me see what we were playing. Yeah, you know what? I think we'll see a 3-1-4-2. Yes, I think we will see a 3-1-4-2. I think we will see Rui Patricio in goal, Mancini, Smalling, and Ibanez in defense to be the 3 centre backs at the back. And I think we'll have Sol, Veretout in the defensive section, the defensive midfielder section. And then obviously we're gonna play with 4 midfielders, 4 attacking midfielders, and 2 strikers. Yes, and I think we will play with Karsdorp on one side, and I think we'll play Mkhitaryan and Oliveira at the middle, because Pellegrini is obviously injured, and I think Felix will start. I think it's a big fight between him and Vina, which are 2 different roles, because Vina's defensive and Felix is attacking. But I can see Felix starting on the left-hand side, which, this is hard. No, I'm going to change it again. Right, let me change this again, because I'm not convinced. I think we'll play as we played against Kyrie, so, because it's a similar match to Kyrie in a way. So let me get back. Let me repeat everything, because I got it wrong. Rui Patricio in goal. Then we will have Karsdorp, Mancini, Smalling, who's back from COVID, and Ibanez, not Vina. Because this is a match where we need to be careful in defense. So I think Ibanez will start on the left-hand side and Vina will rest again, which is big. But I think, as I always say, Vina's a hit or miss. And in this match, we can't afford to be lucky and just risk putting Vina in. Will he play well or not play well? Ibanez is there. Slight tackles are there. Slight tackles are guaranteed. So Ibanez will start. My 2 defensive midfielders will be Oliveira and... Oliveira and Veretout. So Cristante to rest once again, despite the good performance he had yesterday in a way. And then my 3 attacking midfielders just behind Abraham will be Zaniolo, Mkhitaryan, which was unbelievable yesterday, apart from his accuracy, which was woeful, and Felix. Because I think it'll either be Felix or El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy's back, he trained with the team. But Felix on the other side, Mourinho's giving us signals, impressions that he's just integrating in the starting 11 day by day. So I think Felix will start. Just to recap everything, I think we'll have Rui Patricio in goal, Karsdorp, so Maitland-Niles will rest and get subbed in, Mancini, Smalling back from COVID, and Ibanez, no Vina. Then we'll have Oliveira and Veretout, the 2 defensive midfielders, Felix, Mkhitaryan, and Zaniolo, and Abraham up front. El Shaarawy is the substitution we have. He's back, and I definitely exploit him. Now that we have him back, if we have difficulties in scoring, because Felix yesterday wasn't great at all. I think, obviously he's young, he needs time, but to be realistic, he wasn't that great yesterday. I think he tried to be a bit too selfish. But to examine Empoli, they are a team which are a new team in this area. They're a newly promoted team, and they're doing extremely well. They're having Europa Conference League objectives, and I think, with the surprise they're going on, they're surprising every single Italian football fan. I think, Empoli are currently... they're currently 6 points away from the Conference League. So 6 points away from the Conference League. So, they obviously want to win this match as well, because seeing Empoli in a Conference League would be amazing. So, I mean, they have 6 wins and 6 losses, and they're 11th. So, yes, you know, they can get hurt. They don't have Van Dijk in defense. They don't have Benzema up front. They don't have Mbappe on the wing. They are Empoli. They've got their good, you know, their good sides, and they've got their bad sides. I think we need to exploit their defense, and we need to defend Pinamonti and Cutrone, ex-Wolverhampton player. Patrick Cutrone. He eats the pasta. He eats the pizza. Whatever it is. Yeah. Shameful. But yeah, they brought him. So Smalling, Mancini need to take care of him. Smalling's obviously back from COVID, and you know, I'm not too sure who will start. I did put him in my predicted 11, but I could easily see him not starting because obviously COVID does give you some, you know, time to, you know, someone who had COVID needs time to readapt playing football. So, you know, I'd put him in, but I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't start, and if that means that obviously Vina would start, or Maitland-Niles on the left hand side, and Ibanez and Mancini as the 2 centre backs. Now, something I want to point out is that their goalkeeper is very young and is a very good goalkeeper. Mancini, the Italian coach, has pointed his eyes on. Obviously, we've got Donnarumma, but you know, this guy, they've got a very interesting goalkeeper under the name of Vicario. So. Yeah, I mean, it's a match where, once again, the balance needs to be extremely well. Defense, attack, and Oliveira, obviously, to start again. Will he score again? Another penalty. But, you know, what we can say about Oliveira is that the depth he gives in the middle and the passes, the contributions he has, is absolutely amazing. And it is exactly, you know, what we wanted. And, you know, and yeah, so basically tomorrow it's Mourinho's press conference reaction. A match to win, to relight our European dreams, even though it's going to be hard. Obviously, if we want to do it, then we have to win this match. And it's a very, very, very hard match because they are a team which has haunted many top clubs in this area. And in the Coppa Italia, they almost hunted, you know, Inter Milan out of the Conference League, or out of the Coppa Italia. So, yeah, it's going to be a very balanced match, but hopefully, you know, we win and we get the 3 points and we get, you know, a sort of continuous sense to this momentum. You know, we won against Cagliari, we're into the next round of Coppa Italia. We need to continue this because something Roma have completely not done is give a sense to their momentum. You know, after that great win against Atalanta, everything just dropped, you know. So we need to start and give, you know, a sense to bam, 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 step by step, momentum by momentum. So the match is definitely a match to win. Simon, what do you think of mental collapse in Juve game? How can we fix it? We just can't, you know, we just can't do it again. And it's as simple as that. There is no way to fix it because we're probably not going to ever see it again in the history of football. Because what Mourinho did to those players after that match, he probably lynched them. So, you know, it's something which it can't even be fixed. It's something so unnatural to do that it can't be fixed. The only reason to fix it, the only motive to fix it, is never do it again. And that is basically it. I'll catch you tomorrow for Mourinho's press conference. Look at this. We're 3 subscribers away to 1.9k. I bet you, you know, there are probably 3 subscribers in here who are not yet subscribed. Please subscribe. Get us to 1.9k as soon as possible. And, you know, if you see this as soon as it becomes a video, I bet you there are going to be hundreds of you who are still not subscribed because 60% of you guys are not yet subscribed, which is an absolute pain in the ass. So please subscribe if you're new, like this live stream as soon as it becomes a video, and comment in the comments of the video your impressions because it's a very, very, very hard match which we can't afford to underestimate. Follow me here on Instagram at _the Silent Show if you want some betting